Let's Dine Out California is made possible in part by Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands, specializing in cosmetic, holistic, and family dentistry. Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands. PearlyWhitesDDS.com. California Premier Builders LLC, serving Southern California with large and small home and commercial construction services such as remodels, roofing, windows, and solar. California Premier Builders proudly supports Empire PBS and the Let's Dine Out California show.
Welcome to another delicious edition of the Let's Dine Out Show. I'm food critic Allan Borgen, the Food Whisperer.
And I'm Isabel Bussey, and I love to eat.
Now we have two great restaurants that we're going to share with you. One of them, you're very kind of close to you. You were born in Hong Kong, so you know Asian cuisine. So let's talk about the first restaurant we're at.
We're at Ray's Shanghai Bistro. It's located in Redlands, California.
Then we're off to something completely different. I guess the best word is Yahoo, whatever. I'm country western, what do I know?
You mean yeehaw?
Oh yeah, that too. We're off to Mill Creek Cattle Company in Mentone. So you're in for a treat. Two wonderful restaurants and two of our favorites that I think we want, that we love, and we want you to love them too.
Catch right.
Okay, Izzy, you were born in Hong Kong, as everybody knows, and when I told you about this cuisine, you're like, oh my, this is my favorite. They have a couple of dishes I really like. Tell me a little bit about Shanghai region.
Shanghai is one of the largest cities in China. Their cuisine incorporates a lot of the different flavors of the neighboring region, and so it has aroma, flavor, taste, and of course color.
Let's start with the first dish, pot sticker $6.95. This consists of 8 crescent-shaped wonton-filled delightful pillows of love, is what I call them. It's filled with chicken and Napa cabbage and a little bit of seasoning, and it's they do it fresh there. It's not frozen, they make it fresh. Then what they do is boil it in water to get it, get it ripe, I guess you say, so the dough flavor develops and everything. Then they take it, drain it really good, then they pan fry it. And what they do is pan fry one side, and then they plate it. Then it's served with a wonderful dipping sauce with garlic, sweet and sour, cilantro, soy sauce, and it's just an excellent, excellent starter. Again, it's made fresh, and you can't get any better.
Yeah, it's really, the sauce really complements the pot stickers, and you taste how fresh it is because it's handmade here.
Yeah, see, I thought they'd be frozen.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but a lot of them do that, so it's very time intensive to make it.
Yeah.
So next came the braised duck Shanghai style, $15.75. Wow, all I can say is wow. That's all I'm gonna tell you. No, not really. It's a half a duck, and what they do, it's about 3 hours to prepare. They cook it in water, boil it in water with seasonings, lots of seasonings in it. And what happens is the sauce thickens. And with it, they have 3 different styles of Chinese sugars. They have light and dark soy sauce and sake and the 5-spice powder. And basically it's just a reduction sauce. And you can see how beautiful it's plated. It's cut up in slices. Wow, a rich sauce, dark. Oh.
Yeah, it's sweet and savory and taste all the flavor of the duck that's been boiled in,
And the 5-spice, that's what you...
Yeah, and it was actually he showed us the spices, and it's like the Chinese cinnamon,
star
anise, and so it's just like fresh ingredients they put in.
They have bay leaf in there, they have all kinds of stuff. Like, wonderful dish, huge portion for $15.95. It's a steal, really. Come before they raise the prices, it's incredible. Next came the toothpick lamb with cumin, $12.99. What an interesting dish. This is red peppers, green onions, celery, cilantro, and wine, and they wok it really, really good. Then they add, a lot of hot peppers in there. Then they add pieces of lamb that's skewered on a toothpick. One piece on a toothpick is marinated lamb. Then they stick it in, they stir fry it too. And what you get is an incredible combination. Sesame seeds are on top. An incredible dish. If you like lamb, this is great. It's not real lamby. I guess it's a bad some people don't like lamb because it's too much. This isn't. It's just got a nice kick to it.
That's actually, to me, there's absolutely no lamb flavor. You can taste all the season, the cumin, the chili oil, sesame seeds, all the flavors in it. I at first look at it and go, oh my God, it's gonna be spicy. It's really not spicy. It's just full of flavor. So, and it's moist and it's tender.
It's fun to eat. I've never seen something like this. We pick it up and eat, by a toothpick.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this. It's really
Very
original.
clever. So, yum yum. Next, speaking of yum yum, next is the crisp spare ribs with garlic, $13.99. This is amazing. These are 4 to 5 ribs, depending on how big they are. What they do is marinate it first, then they dip it in a dry mix of basically cornstarch, flour, and panko. It's breaded and deep fried. So it's not cooked ahead of time, it's deep fried. Then they take it out, and then what they add to it is chili oil, and they put a little green onion, garlic, and deep fried garlic, and lots of garlic, I should say. Wow, this is amazing dish. The crunch of it, the flavors. I love garlic, and burnt garlic, fried garlic, whatever you want to call it. That really made the dish special.
Yeah, and the spare rib is nice and tender and juicy because it's like all sealed in the flavor from the deep fried. I love the batter. It's just not thick. It's nice and thin. It's crispy.
Well, you're from Texas too. You're raised here basically.
Yeah.
So you know ribs, and this is very different. I've never seen fried ribs like this.
No, and it's not salty like you would think it would be, so it's really good flavor.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Then came probably the most unique dish of all. It's called the House Special Pot, $14.99. Oh my goodness. This consists of mussels, shrimp, fish cake slices, imitation crab, gnocchi mushrooms, meatballs, taro noodles, which are very unusual, cilantro, tiny dried shrimp, Napa cabbage. They have quail eggs, chili peppers, potatoes, salt, dried scallops, dried shrimp, again, chili oil again. And what they do is basically it's all boiled ahead of time, taken out, steamed it with water, take it out, and then it's all combined together. And it's just an amazing creation. The sauce is made separately, so they pour it over it. It's laid out nicely underneath it. There's a little flame that keeps it hot when it's served to you. Beautiful presentation, a beautiful dish. I mean, the amount of flavors are amazing.
And the different textures. I mean, I never had taro noodles before.
Right.
The taro noodle is really unique. They tie them in a little bow tie, and they give you a crunch while you like having the rest of the different textures. So it really gives a good crunch and flavor to it. And there's enough spice, but not so much where you're
it's a
like
late kick.
It's a late kick, yet it's not where you can't keep eating. So.
Right. It didn't stop us, that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
That's a beautiful dish, and they also have this with meat and other ingredients. So if you don't like seafood, they have others. So.
And vegetarian option.
Right.
Definitely.
So, well, now that we've seen some of the dishes made already, let's go in the kitchen and learn how we can make some of this stuff at home. And this is the next dish that's Shanghai. This is one of your favorites.
Yes.
This is rice cake, and we're going to learn how to make it at home.
And this is total Shanghainese dish. So, yeah.
Very authentic.
Can't wait.
Okay, Sam.
Yes.
We're going to make a very classic, traditional Shanghai dish.
Yes.
It's called rice cake, Shanghai style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what do we have here?
And now we have the pork.
Okay, is it just cut up pork? Okay.
Yes. And the rice cake.
Rice cake
Yeah. And the bok choy.
and bok choy,
Yes.
and then you've got
This wine. And the sesame oil. And the white pepper.
Okay, well, let's start. Let's see how you make it.
Okay. First, put on the hot water. Steam bok choy.
Okay, so you cook it real quick.
Okay. And then the oil. The pork meat.
Okay. It sure doesn't take long.
Yeah.
It's quick. Okay, now you're
Rice cake.
adding the rice cake.
Yeah.
How's this look good?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so you strain it now.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's strain a little bit.
Oil. The rice cake, they steam long time, maybe I think 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Yes, this is good. Little bit oil. sesame oil.
Sesame oil first.
Yeah, a little
okay.
bit. Some onion.
Green onion.
Yeah, green onion.
Now you add bok choy, the rice cake.
Okay, and pork meat.
What is
Little bit
that?
soy sauce.
Soy sauce?
Yes.
Okay. Just a little bit, not much. That's a lot of work.
Okay. White pepper, little bit.
White pepper,
The wine.
wine, okay. Take that out of your way.
It's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's it. Now, folks, believe it or not, this is one portion. With food here, the portions are huge. So this isn't just for us. This is real. Oh, wow. Delicate, but just a nice smell. So here's the rice cake. Let's take one here. Hot. What's nice about this, it's got a nice chewy consistency. It's moist, very tender, and a lot of flavor when you have it with the green onion and the pork. This is very, very traditional. Excellent. Hot.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
You want to hire me to cook?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, good. Like that. I'll cook for food. Huh? This is really good. I'll tell you, I was really, really impressed with this restaurant, and the food here is amazing. The Inland Empire doesn't have a lot of restaurants like this. They've dumbed it down, some of the dishes for Americans' taste. They have the usual stuff, but it's these kind of dishes that people want to come for. This is what makes this restaurant just so unique. And I was very impressed. The prices are amazing. The portions are amazing.
Yeah, and the presentation, look at this. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. All the colors and flavors. It's definitely a fusion. I mean, if you're not adventurous, try one thing, you know, and break out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. So, where are we off to next?
We're off to Mill Creek Cattle Company in Mentone.
Not that far away.
No, and it's gonna be yummy barbecue.
And I'll learn how to talk like a cowboy. Are you gonna work? Hee-haw? I don't know.
Y'all.
Y'all.
Catch a wreck.
Okay, Izzy, you're from Texas, so I wanted to make you feel at home. We're here in Mentone, a little sleepy town right near Redlands. And this is a restaurant, Mill Creek Cattle Company, that I've been to maybe 50 years. It's been a long time. And I've known the owners very well. And this is as close to, I think, Texas, with a little twist to it. But what's your impressions of the restaurant? This is your first time here.
I think the food's amazing. It tastes just like Texas. It's tangy style barbecues with a little bit of touch of sweetness. That's what I'm used to. So.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff hanging from the ceilings and the walls, and it's quite a place. Then they have a big banquet room in the back. I think it's called Diamond Jim's Saloon or Opera House, something like that. It's huge, and we've had a banquet there. We've had a grub club there, but they have live music, I believe, on weekends, and just a lot of special things there. But this is a very special place, and the food is amazing. So let's get right into it.
Great, awesome.
For an appetizer, the first appetizer we had was called Shrimp Diablo. It was $9.95. This consisted of 4 jumbo shrimp that are butterflies, as they call it, stuffed with a sliver of jalapeno pepper, wrapped in bacon. Then it's grilled and a little seasoning over it, and then it's put on top of that. I get so excited, I'm gonna cry. With a savory barbecue sauce, or savory barbecue sauce over that, and they grill it with that. It's absolutely wonderful. It's got a little kick to it, but the flavor and the succulent shrimp, oh my.
Yeah, it's the crunchiness of the bacon, smokiness, and then the sweet and the spicy kick of the sauce is really good.
I know you really like that one.
I really did.
Very, very good. Next came the Mill Creek Double Roast Beef, $11.95. This is a sandwich. You better come here hungry. If you're on Weight Watchers or getting off Weight Watchers, this is where you want to come. This is amazing. This consists of 1 pound of really thin, tender sliced roast beef that's stuck in an au jus, and it's there to soak up all the wonderful juices. And what is it? It's double dipped in the au jus. Then they get a fresh bun that they make themselves here. It's grilled. Then they add the beef to it. Then the pepper jack cheese, roasted bell peppers. I thought it was like poblano chili, but they're roasted bell peppers, and served with a creamy horseradish sauce. I thought this is wonderful. I love this, the flavors. What's nice about the roast beef, it was real roast beef. It wasn't this processed garbage like a lot of restaurants does. Everything he makes here is from scratch. I mean, the beef, they make it and they run it through the cutter. I thought this was a sensational sandwich. It comes to the side of any side you want. We had the onion rings, which they batter right there, fresh. What a sandwich.
Oh, I especially love the au jus. If you want authentic au jus from when they made the meat, this is the place to get it. And this sandwich is amazing. Dip with the au jus with the horseradish sauce. They make it themselves.
Some of the best cream horseradish I've ever had. It really gives it a zip to it, but just perfect. Oh, yum, yum. Then comes even a bigger sandwich. This is amazing. This is a stuffed double cheeseburger, $11.95. Okay, folks, let me get my notes here. Okay, first they start off with 2 7-ounce beef patties. They season it, they put it on the grill. Then they get a fresh baked bun that they butter a little on top, and they put it on the flat grill to get a little crispy on it. Then they get on top of the patties, when they're almost done, they add a bunch of shredded cheese on one and 2 slices of cheddar cheese on the other side. They stick it under the broiler so it gets nice and hot and gooey and melted. Then they bring it out and they put it all together. They get the bun, then they add lettuce, tomato, bacon, half of an avocado, slices of red onion, the 2 patties. Unbelievable. Then they add this cheese sauce, and the cheese sauce is made from it's a lot of different cheeses, including fresh cheese and sriracha. So it's got a kick to it, a lot of cheese. Then they get fresh cheese and a regular cheese sauce they make. It's got everything you want. I mean, this is a sandwich. This is what memories are made of. I mean, I don't know how anybody can eat one. It's messy, but they sell a lot of them. And I know you tried eating one. You and I, we tried sampling it, and it's amazing. It's really hard.
Yeah, 2 of us couldn't even get through half of it. There's just so much gooiness and just the nice kick and creaminess of the cheese and textures. And the meat is so good because they grind them here. So it's just really, I mean, it's fresh as you get. Super delicious.
And again, you get your choice of sides. We had fries with that. Now, especially with the house's barbecue, they smoke their own meats here. They use orange wood, so it's real light smoke, which a lot of people like. I prefer a little heavier, but that's okay. It's real good. And what they use is a sauce to put it on top, and that just gives the yin and yang and so see. And so we had to have the barbecue combo. This is a barbecue 3-item barbecue combo plate. This is $24.95. First, you start off with a half of a chicken. It's pre-cooked. Then they stick it on the grill to get marked and get it warmed a little bit, and then they add a little sauce to it. Then they add 4 smoked pork ribs. They cut them and stick them on the grill again. Then barbecue sauce on the chicken and the ribs. Then they add brisket. They slice their own brisket. They make their own brisket. They smoke their own brisket. And they cut about 15 slices of brisket. I mean, unreal. You can also get tri-tip, or I think there's one other thing, pulled pork. You get the choice of any 3. What else?
And there's also sausage links.
Oh, sausage, okay. Yeah, but I would go with the brisket for sure, and the ribs and the chicken. Then it's plated, and again, it's got the brisket, you got the chicken, you got the ribs. They put more sauce on it, smother with the great sauce. Then you get your choice of sides. We had the 3-cheese baked potato with sour cream, bacon, and chives, which I highly recommend. And then the beans. Beans, they're not barbecue, they're not Mexican, who knows what they are. It's their own version. But I'll tell you, it's a great, great dish. It's enough for 2 people easily. And all the main dinners come with either a choice of soup or salad. I like the salad, but the soup is excellent too.
Yeah,
and cornbread, the homemade cornbread too.
And it's super delicious. The meat is super tender, juicy, and then there's tons of flavor to it, even with or without the sauce. I think you prefer without the sauce, and I prefer slathered in sauce. So
it's got a flavor, but again, one thing about the restaurant, everything here is homemade. All the buns the hamburger buns, the rolls are made, the cornbread. I mean, this restaurant really takes a lot of care and a lot of pride in their products. Portions are outrageous. Prices are just so fair.
Yeah, definitely. I would say 4 people would eat off this. I mean, a family of 4 can definitely eat off
Easy.
this. Yeah.
And you can even come with a Hawaiian shirt and they treat you nice. That's what I like about it. So, okay, we're in the kitchen here with Jim. And Jim, before we get started on showing us how to make your signature country fried steak, what's the difference between country fried and fried steak and chicken fried steak?
Well, they're both the same cut of meat. They're both out of beef.
Okay.
The difference is the way it's fried. The chicken fried steak is fried in a French fryer like a chicken.
Like fried chicken?
Like fried chicken. It's
Okay.
battered the same way. And the country fried steak's battered the same way, but it's on a grill or in a hot pan.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's get to it. What kind of meat is that?
Here's
now?
what we got. We got a top sirloin butt. We're going to take the top sirloin butt and we're going to pull off the lifter, what we call the lifter meat. That is a nice piece of meat.
You butcher your own meat.
Butcher on meat. As you can see how nice that is, it's almost like a New York steak. We're going to slit that there, and what we do is we take this and we kind of butterfly it. We come down like this and come down like so, and we open this up and then we beat it. I should say pound it. Let me get this off of here so we don't make a mess.
Ouch, 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 ouch. That's obviously to tenderize it and also give it...
Look how nice that is. Take all the fat off of it. No marbling. And then we're going to season up our flour, just like you do chicken.
So what is that, salt? Pepper?
Black pepper, and some garlic.
Garlic powder.
And we're just going to mix it up a little bit like this. We're going to take our meat. We're going to egg wash it. Nicely, nicely. And we're going to do it in the flour.
So you don't use buttermilk. A lot of people use buttermilk.
No, we use just egg.
So double dip it into
Double
flour,
dip it,
okay.
And then we're going to put it in panko.
Oh, panko, okay.
Panko has always been good.
That gives it crispiness.
That gives it crispiness. I'm going to take this off of here, and we're going to put it right.
Now, do you let it rest for a while, or
Not necessarily. You don't have to let it rest. It's not a roast.
Okay.
Roast, you let rest. There we go. Now that's going to go on the grill, and then it's smothered in our country gravy.
Well, let's go to it. What is that?
That's a liquid butter we use. We don't use any oil. Just liquid butter, which is a liquid butter.
So you're basically pan frying it.
Well, we're grilling it. Pan fries on.
Call it grilling, okay.
Yeah, we're calling it grill. Now we're going to let it cook for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
7.5 on each side until it gets nice and crispy. Okay, now we just have to wait.
Yep. Jim, it looks done. What do you think?
Well, you know what? Yes.
Look at that.
And then we go over here with this.
Okay.
And then we put our gravy on it.
What kind of gravy is
Our
it?
gravy is a country gravy. It's made with sausage, milk, flour, and onion.
Very simple. Okay.
Very simple.
Now, everything you do is made from scratch here. That's one thing about your
then
restaurant.
we just pour it right on
Oh,
here.
Mama, look at that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let you eat it.
Wow. Well, come here, Jim. You got to try it too.
Well, okay, I'll get a fork.
Come here, Jim.
Let the cameraman have some.
I will. Very good.
Rare.
Your gravy. It's one thing about it's peppery.
But you notice how tender the meat is? It don't even have to be cooked.
No, it's crispy on the outside, juicy and tender on the inside. I love your gravy. That's what makes it so good. So, well, thank you for
It's the meat too, though.
Yep, that's true. How long have you been in business in the restaurant business? Too long, right? Over 30
Since
years.
1958.
Wow. I'll tell you, everything you do is incredible and continued success. And thank you so much for allowing us to see how you make one of your most popular dishes here.
Okay, now let's eat.
Oh, it sounds good. I have another piece here. I'll tell you, this was a wonderful experience. I really enjoyed it. I know you did. You were making a lot of yummy sounds. And I want to let people know, too, they have specials every day. Monday, which right here is Monday filming, they have tacos. I mean, these are big, giant tacos, a lot of filling. I mean, a lot of stuff for $1.25. Unbelievable. They also have enchiladas and all kinds of stuff on sale. Thursday, I think, is the best night of all to come here because for, what, $13.95, you get all the ribs for $13.95 and all the goodies that come with it. So You really can't beat it.
Yeah, and that definitely would make a reservation if you have a party for larger, because this place is filled
It packs up. Yeah, and all of a sudden. So anyway, until next week, food critic Allan Borgen.
And Isabel Bussey.
Happy eating, everybody. Speaking of which.
Let's Dine Out California is made possible in part by Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands, specializing in cosmetic, holistic, and family dentistry. Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands. PearlyWhitesDDS.com. California Premier Builders LLC, serving Southern California with large and small home and commercial construction services such as remodels, roofing, windows, and solar. California Premier Builders proudly supports Empire PBS and the Let's Dine Out California show.